Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that if you're returning. How you doing? Grab that coffee. Maybe a snack or two, and let's get into it, okay? So, the one main thing that we are going to talk about today is the newest shortages. And the one major one is imaging test dye. Have you ever gone for an MRI? Okay. And you know that test dye that they sometimes have to use on you, but they ask you, if you're allergic to it, stuff like that. Okay. Well, that is the latest example of critical drug shortages. Okay. So the U.S. is caught right now in a critical shortage of a drug known as contrast media. And that helps physicians diagnose conditions like a heart attack, a stroke, things like that. Okay. And doctors perform about 50 million of these scans every single year. And they use this injectable, which is also used for cancer patients, a gunshot, car crash victims, okay? And it helps to see blood vessels, blockages, so they can plan surgeries, determine a patient's cancer stage, okay? So we were talking the other day about, the list that was put out about drug shortages. Well, here's the newest one for you. Sad, but true. So, on to this. No, Stormy. Sunflower shortages, okay? No, Stormy. Sunflower oil, okay? Blended products with sunflower oil, okay? So that's another one that we're looking at right now, okay? With any change to products that have sunflower seeds, sunflower oil, okay? So if you can possibly stock up on these products, okay? Because there is this shortage now, okay? Stormy, you're going to knock over Mommy's coffee and she's going to get very upset with you. So, a subscriber had gotten a hold of me and she sent me some pictures of the area that she lives in. And she said, shortages are regional. And I said, yes. I do know that they are, okay? And the pictures that she sent me are of her grocery store. And it clearly shows that her grocery store is well stocked. But what you also have to understand is in the very, very beginning that I started covering grocery stores in all parts of not just America, but also all parts of the world, I said that not all shortages are going to hit all parts of the country and all parts of the world all at the same time. I did say that. And I continuously reiterate myself. And what we're also seeing right now is a lot of store closures. So what you're going to also see in your local grocery stores, whether it be Walmart, Aldi, Target, whatever stores are closing down, you're going to see an influx of product come into your store because it is the overflow of the store that just closed down. They're going to bring all that stock into the stores that are remaining open. Okay. So she sent me some wonderful pictures. Okay. And of the milk, eggs, okay, paper products. This is the freezer section with the French fries. Because she sent me 2 emails. And then this one is of the oil, flour, sugar, lunch meat. So a member of the community wrote in and she said, I keep stocking up. I'm in North Shore, Massachusetts. Today there was no water bottles at Costco. Also a few days ago, no milk at BJ's. It's shortage and shrinkflation going too. Yeah, you're right. We're seeing a lot of this here as well. Okay. So on to this. This is a very long email that I was very excited to get. It's from my favorite gal pal in the UK. I missed her so much. She said, I have seen in recent days people leave nasty comments and trying to cause trouble in prepping channels in the last week. Yeah, buddy. Yeah. I had gotten, that whole, what do you want to call it, wolf prepper guy. Yeah, I was a target of his, and he got taken down real quick. That's all I have to say. He targeted the bigger channels, and he targeted me, he targeted Patera, he targeted Jason, he targeted Pinball, he targeted Canadian Nathan, Canadian Prepper, he targeted all of us. He said, oh, I'm coming for you. I know where you live. Do you? Come on. Try and get for my son and my husband. I dare you. It's one of those, if you can get through a Marine and a law enforcement officer, you may not be leaving this house the same way you walked in. That's all I got to say, So, I'm not worried about it, honestly. I'm not afraid. I'm really not. He targeted quite a few women. He's trying to get clout. That's all it is. He's trying to get his name known. You're going at it the wrong way, buddy. I'm not worried. I'm really not. You're trying to go up against the prepper community. We're the wrong ones to mess with. Just saying. All right. So, she asked me, she said, what's going on? Is it Pick on the Preppers Week or something? Yeah. This guy, he's just trying to get attention, and he's going about it the wrong way. You know, are you trying to build a channel? Because your channel got taken down, jackass, you know. One of us had figured out who it was. Mississippi girl. She figured out who it was, and good on her. I'm proud of her that she did. I still can't figure out who the hell it was, you know, because apparently this was like a second channel for this person or whatever the case may be. I'm not even going to talk about it anymore because I don't care. It doesn't bother me. If you're going to try and come to my house and steal my preps, challenge accepted. All right. So she said, I have loads to tell you. So there will be a flurry of emails coming your way over the next few days. Good. She said, in the last 4 to 6 weeks, I have been venturing out more, mainly with a friend of mine. So I thought I would give you an update on some things I have seen and experienced while out on my travels. So be prepared for a long email. Oh, goody. She said, my friend Barbara and I have been out and about quite a bit recently, and we are not at all impressed at what we're seeing in the shops. My friend is almost 86, still driving, and despite her many health problems, including arthritis and osteoporosis, she does well on the whole. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that she's still doing good, though. Very often when she's out, she thinks of me and invites me along, or sometimes she asks me to go if she needs any lifting and carrying done, which I always am happy to oblige. A few weeks ago, she asked me to go with her to a shop in a retail park in of the towns near us, as she needed a deck chair. She didn't know how heavy it would be, and would I carry it from the shop and put it in the car for her. She said if it's light enough for her to manage, she'd buy another one while we were there. So we got to the shop. She got her deck chair, and it was light as a feather and felt like cheap crap, to be honest. No wonder. I looked at the table and surprise, it's made in China. Yeah, there is no surprise there. Anyway, my friend asked the lady at the till if they had another one in the same color she could buy, only for the lady to tell us we had the last one, but she would check on the computer to see when more were coming in. Unfortunately, there was nothing on their system, and the lady told us he had no idea when any more would be coming in. Well, with all the ports in China closing, nothing coming in or out all these weeks, this is going to get very interesting as time goes on. Yeah, I know. She said, then we went into a shop 2 doors away, a big arts and crafts shop called Hobbycraft, which is a UK store chain. Similar to Hobby Lobby. Okay. All right, yeah. We haven't been in this particular for over 2 years, so of course we trotted all the way up to the back of the shop where all the art materials were, only to find that the whole large area filled with other stuff. Luckily, a shop assistant came right up to us to put a couple of things on a shelf, so my friend asked her where's all the art materials. They've been moved down to the other end of the shop near the till. And what a shock we had, as they no longer had the amount of stuff to sell. They've had to condense it down and move it somewhere else in the shop. They used to have one long aisle filled on both sides with all types of sketchbooks and drawing pads. Now they have half an aisle with only one side of it containing sketchbooks. And instead of being well stocked with it all, each type of book was only stacked 3 or 4 high. Another half aisle has different individual pens in various individual colors and nib sizes, and the whole lot was empty. These pens were only available in multi-pack sets, and there wasn't many of those either. The various paints, inks, etc. were all poor too. So of course, as soon as we came out of the shop, we were complaining about how terrible it was. They didn't have much, but most of the stuff Hobbycraft sells is made in China, even though some of the goods are British brands. Just in case you don't know, she is an artist, okay? She sent me a lot of her pictures that she drew. I have them hanging up in my bedroom. They are, what you want to talk about, gorgeous. She does sell them. She has a Facebook like store, like a Etsy, but it's on Facebook. She phenomenal work. This girl, phenomenal. The following week, we went to a shopping center in another town as my friend had to return something she bought. And although there were people in the shopping center and outside, as there are plenty of shops and cafes outdoors, it really wasn't packed as it used to be pre-COVID. And when we were finished, we decided to get coffee. And were amazed that there were plenty of free tables considering it was lunchtime as well, which is usually the busiest time of day. A few minutes walk away from me, there are 3 cafes and also a bakery, which also has 3 tables outside with chairs. And all of these places used to be extremely busy and packed at most times of the day, 7 days a week. You really would struggle to get a table, but not anymore. I've walked past them at all at various times of the day, but with the cost of coffee having gone up at least twice this year, people are cutting back on eating and drinking out as it's getting way too expensive. Really, how much is like a cup of coffee where you're at? Because I mean, I personally, okay, I am an admitted Starbucks snob, okay, but I buy it, bring it home, and brew my own. You know what I mean? It's not like I go to Starbucks every single day, okay? You know what I mean? I don't do that. But how much is a cup of coffee over there? Because I can't tell you the last time I was at a cafe. I can't tell you because I don't remember. Seriously. So, wow. And then she said the other weekend there was stuff going on in our town center and on the common, such as the carnival, along with a fun fair and other things. So we went and we had a look just to get out for a little while. And then we decided to go for coffee at a pub bar restaurant last September. The cost of a coffee there had gone up £3, but now it's $3.49, which is utterly ridiculous. So I told my friend I refuse to go there again and pay that amount of money, especially when it's a crappy coffee and not even decent. A few days ago, we went to the cafe a few doors away, and for a small latte, it was $3.05. So they've put their prices up too. This cafe and pub were practically empty when we went to them, and I'm not surprised. You were always hard pressed to get a table, and there was massive quo in this particular cafe at all times of the day, but not now. Our own town center is not mega packed with people like it used to be, and neither are the shops or even the supermarkets here. More and more shops are now not taking cash. No kidding. A friend of Barbara's started throwing a strop in the shop boots. Wait, what? Throwing a strop in the shop boots. What the hell does that mean, Amanda? When she went to pay for her stuff, only to be told cash was no longer accepted. She told them she would go to their store in the next town instead, and she left. But as I told Barbara, if this mandate has come from the shop's head office, then all the stores will no longer take cash. Right, you're right. Our elderly people prefer paying cash, and they want to pay in cash. So they're not liking this card payment only stuff. I know. The local fish and shop by me, or Chippy as we call it, now has a big notice stuck in front of their till saying payment by card only, cash not accepted. Wow. Wow. She said, but my message to everyone is this: get what you need now, and it doesn't matter what it is: clothes, shoes, arts and crafts stuff, be it for yourself or your children. Whatever it is, get it now while it's still on the shelf. If China doesn't start exporting stuff again soon, we are all going to be in trouble. And of course, the prices will increase more as the goods become fewer. A lot of places will be going out of business over the coming months. So a closing down sale will be the ideal time to get some clothing and shoe bargains. That's it for me for now. Whoa. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I love you. I'll see you in the next one. You stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping. And as always, fear less. Ciao.